Hi, I'm Zach. Today we will be discussing the correct procedure on how to change a tire in an emergency situation. Most modern cars manufactured today come stocked with some tools and a spare to use should you find yourself in an emergency. These tools include a four-way breakover, a standard car jack, a common lug wrench, and of course, a spare tire. First, you should begin by placing on your car's equipped emergency braking system to prevent the car from rolling while working. For further precaution, you can block your wheels using chocks, which can be purchased at your local automotive shop. As a last resort, you could also use a log or a rock. Begin by taking your four-way and selecting the proper head for your lug nuts. Then loosen them where they can be easily removed by your fingers later. It is now time to jack up your car.
Most cars will have this metal piece of trim right here called the pin trail, and a lot of your modern cars will have two bumps like right here, as those are, and you put the jack right in between it. That's called your jack position. And if your particular car doesn't have that model, you go even further up in and just put it on a solid piece of the frame.
After you have found the proper place to put the jack, lift the vehicle where the wheel will spin freely. Next, begin by taking off all the lug nuts by hand. If you come to a lug nut that is stuck or hard to remove, you can use the four-way to take it off. Once the spare tire has been installed, begin replacing all the lug nuts in the star pattern. When taking on and off lug nuts, it's best to use a star pattern when loosening them or tightening them, because if you loosen or tighten them all on one side at a time, the tire will start to twist and get in a bind towards that direction, and you could strip out the studs on the back and strip the threads out. Once the lug nuts have been replaced, you can completely lower the vehicle. Once the car has been lowered, take your four-way and finish tighten all of the lug nuts. As a final precaution, it is good to step on the four-way to ensure they are tight enough. You have now successfully changed your tire using the correct procedures.